Bogota, Colombia. We're super excited to be here. This country's been high on our list for so long. We can't wait to explore what Colombia has on offer. First, we're heading off on a food tour.
If you get all the foods I'm going to recommend to you, that is going to be around 50,000 Colombian pesos. For the equivalent in dollars, it is like $12.
Considering how much we love to eat, it's strange that we've never actually done a food tour before. But honestly, what better way to see a new city and experience the culture? And do you know what you're asking for?
Y una arepa nueve?
Arepa?
Yeah, sí.
First stop, we've gone for this little mini empanada. We had empanadas in Costa Rica, but haven't tried any in Colombia yet. And this one is filled with shredded beef and mashed potato, and it costs 50p.
20p.
20p, sorry, let's go in. And there's all these different types of sauces that you can put in it. I've gone for one with lime, and that's what you recommended. Very, very good. You can taste the mash as well. Very nice.
So the other recommendation here was to get the, I'm probably going to butcher this, arepa huevo, which is like 2 fried tortillas with a fried egg inside. And I also put a sauce on top, but I have no idea what the sauce is. Now I'll finally get to the egg.
It's like a boiled egg inside.
It's kind of what you think it's going to taste like. Crispy, egg in the middle. Nice. Sauce makes it nice. So the way it works is I think we're going to 5 or 6 different spots, and we get there and she makes a recommendation, well, a couple of recommendations, then we choose whether we want to buy it or not. And yeah, so basically this is a free food tour, and then you choose how much you tip at the end.
We're going to try buñuelos. Buñuelos are deep fried, round, like round dough of cheese and corn flour. You can also choose with sweet fillings, sweet stuffings. We have arequipe, which is caramel. We have bocadillo, which is guava jam. And we have chocolate.
Second stop on our food tour is a buñuelo. Probably didn't pronounce that right. Which is basically a little fried, well it's actually quite big, fried donut thing. And then you can pick which filling you got. So we got the bocadillo, which is like guava jam. This is like a less sweet guava donut. And it's so cheap, it costs us 3,200, which is like 60p. Doesn't get much better. Gracias.
So we've got a classic corn on the cob that's been barbecued. She said that apparently the corn here is a lot chunkier, and to be fair, it does look pretty chunky. And it's got like a butter, garlic butter or just butter?
Just butter.
Butter and salt on it. So can't really go wrong with that, can you? It's really good, it's really like meaty. Good. And that cost us £1, 5,000 peso.
Next we've gone for a fresh sugarcane juice. This costs £1 again, and they put fresh lime in it as well. So good. That is really good. So sweet, very, very refreshing on a hot day like today.
Okay, so the last food that we're going to have on our food tour is this thing called obleas. There's all these different toppings, and basically it's like 2, what do you call them? Paper waffles?
Yeah.
Something like that. Kind of like a stroop waffle, but not deep fried, with all these different toppings. And the classic one, which you recommended, was caramel with cream. So it's good. Yeah, that's really good. The caramel's really nice. We recommend. This cost us 5,000 again, so £1. By this point, we were getting pretty full, but apparently we weren't finished yet.
So this is probably the strangest thing that we've got on the food tour today, and it's called chocolate con queso, which means chocolate with cheese. Hot chocolate with cheese. So what you do is, I've just cut them up into little bits. You put the cheese in here, and you let it melt a bit for a few minutes, and then you pick out the cheese and eat it, apparently. And apparently it tastes good. I feel like this is a lot of cheese.
I'll do for now.
And this last bit.
Now we wait.
So now we wait. Shall I give it a little stir? Let me get one bit. Okay. I'm going in cheesy chocolate. Chocolatey cheese. I mean, it's not bad.
Just taste what you expect.
It makes the cheese like really chewy. I don't know how else to describe it. Like the chocolate kind of goes straight away, and then it's just like melty, chewy cheese.
Light cheese though, I'm guessing, like not strong flavour.
Yeah, like the cheese doesn't really taste of anything.
This is called agua diente. It's sugar cane and like a licorice sort of flavour, like aniseed, I think she said. Cheers.
Save some for me.
So I thought that was the last stop, but evidently not. We're about to do a nice little coffee tasting. She was saying that even though Colombia is like world famous for coffee, you still need to go to like a premium spot because most of the coffee gets exported.
Let's talk a little bit. The coffee in contact with the water. We have to create some turbulence there to extract the notes, the aromas of the coffee. It starts losing pressure, and because of that, it starts going down again through a filter in the middle. Okay, and in the lower part, which is called the balloon, we get the final coffee, and this is the siphon. We use this to make the intense coffee. Cardamom. So it has some cardamom, kind of lime notes. So try to think of that and to identify that first smelling and then in your mouth, okay, and in the aftertaste as well.
That food tour was very, very good. Would highly recommend. It's technically free, but you pay for the food as you go, whichever you want to buy. And then they do kind of recommend that you leave a tip in the end because it is their job at the end of the day. So it costs us £15 per person, which for all that food, I think is pretty good value. And me and Laura shared most of the food and we were honestly stuffed, but very, very good. Hot chocolate with cheese, bit strange, but still nice. However, we probably will be swapping to recording on my phone from now on because we had about 3 or 4 people, including a police officer, warn us for having my camera out in public. So is Bogota unsafe? I mean, when we've been getting taxis, we've been going through some not the nicest areas, but just got to stay vigilant and, you know, there you go. But this is our Airbnb, cost us £12 a night, pretty good value, and we're pretty close to stuff, so. We've come to this flea market that's on every Saturday.
It's really nice.
Yeah, lots of nice things on offer. Not that we can afford any of it, but it's nice, like handmade stuff. I do love a market.
And it feels like good quality stuff here.
So a bit weird, we just got a taxi to go to this museum. Not that we're really museum people, but this art gallery looked really funny. We've seen it on a few people's vlogs. But we got there and it's all closed and there's a sign that says because of the fires up in the mountains, it's closed. Don't really know why an art gallery would be closed for that, but strange.
Is probably very food based, but that's just the way we like it. So this is a canelazo. It's got a sugarcane, like alcohol liqueur type thing. It's got fruit, I don't know if it's like tea, but they bubble it away, cinnamon and lime juice. So the cinnamon's kind of floating on top, as you can see. It just tastes like a lot of cinnamon. Like, tastes like, I can't describe it, like a hot, like mulled wine. Like more wine. To celebrate our recent engagement, we went to this amazing Mexican restaurant. The food was unbelievable and there was even this live mariachi band. Everyone was up dancing, including us. But in the morning we moved on from Bogota to Villa Vieja and we came here for one reason. We've made it to the Red Desert. Look how insane this is. It is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. It looks like we're in a movie like Star Wars or something. But yeah, it was literally a 10-minute drive from our accommodation. Really easy to get to. You just get on a tuk-tuk and here we are. And I think there's like a hour and a half trail that goes around the desert. So that's what we're going to go and do now.
Touch it, dare ya?
What if it like gives me disease? So even though I just call it a desert and it's called the Red Desert, it's actually not technically a desert. Apparently it's a dry rainforest. And that's why you can see there is like some kind of shrubbery and greenery around. But apparently it only rains for 2 months of the year, and that's why the rest of the year is so dry, because it's so hot here. Fun fact. Look, this is sick.
Very cool.
I have another fun fact. Do you know what Tatacoa means? Do you know?
Please tell me.
It means rattlesnake.
Oh.
So maybe we will see some here. That would be cool. These ones are my favourite type of cactus.
The little flowery looking ones.
Yeah, the flat ones. That's probably the most boring thing I've ever said.
The start of our Colombia trip. Mostly filled with food, but hey, that's what we love. But we're going to have to be careful because it seems like Colombia may well be dangerous after all. Joke.